it. All right, folks, we're going to go live right now. Stupot, take it away, buddy.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, guys. Joined by friberg once again for this, the second map, Virtus Pro versus NiP. VP take the first frag on their B side, but it is xizt who claims number 2. The A-bomb site, the scene of VP's assault. Can they get in there and get that bomb down? We saw them against Penta yesterday here, VP, and their ability to take mid and sandwich out that A site was spectacular. Can they repeat that against the Ninjas in Pajamas side who have one map in their back pocket and are just one map away from the grand final? A combination of 35 points of health on the remaining 2 NiP players. Can they reclaim this site with headshots apiece? pasza drops xizt, and it is all on Maikelele, who'll go in towards that site now with the bomb ticking ever faster. Surely he won't get it now. Virtus Pro with the knife will take the pistol round.
Yeah, what a way to start this, the second map here as well. And I was about to say, NiP, they actually need to have a good start on this map. They need to have a good CT side, because their T side on this map, it's not that good. But if they can, you know, grind some rounds on the CT side, and I think NiP needs 11 or more CT rounds here in order to even stand a chance on this map, and I really don't see Virtus Pro allowing that. But again, I spoke to NiP right before this map, and they said we have a game plan, we're gonna stick to it, and we'll see how it pans out.
Peter literally had a playbook, and one page was VP cash.
Yeah.
There were a list of things in Swedish that I couldn't read. Yeah.
Well, basically on that piece of paper, what Peter does is he's just writing down notes on what VP likes to do. It's not really tactics to counter VP. It's just so that he can inform the team, like, okay, be prepared. VP might be doing this. They like to push on their CT side. You know, don't take anything too aggressive. You know, take your time and just wait for VP to come to you, because that's what they like to do on this map.
Will be a push in towards the B site for Virtus Pro, having made their assault. They take friberg down to 6 points of health and then finish him off. Neo comes in with the next. I was about to say they take friberg out then, but bomb goes down with a 5-man defense to hold it off, and it is xizt and Maikelele who'll try to do something interesting. We saw, so both of the teams after that last map walked past us to take their rest and so on, and then were just kind of huddled around us. Very interesting kind of observations. The chat on the VP side was much more aggressive than the chat on the NiP side, but in hindsight, if you offer a team, hey, you're going to go toe-to-toe with NiP on Nuke, most teams will be pretty happy with that. But they know that the opportunity was there for them to win.
Exactly. They let that map slip away from their fingers, and that's why I think they were pretty frustrated about that, because they knew they had that map in the bag, and then they managed to lose it somehow. Even though NiP was, I'm not taking anything away from NiP, they played some really good Counter-Strike.
On the other side of it, the NiP players that were here, they were high-fiving, joking with you. Interesting, you saw Maikelele actually had a masseuse with him. You said to work on migraines. Kind of being in the locker room, if you will, offers some fascinating insight.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that was the first map out of possibly 3. Even though you won the first match, you can't calm down. They were joking. That's NiP's way of, relaxing before coming into map number 2.
And NiP have quite the entourage of people to support them as an organization.
Oh, we have a posse. I said we again. I need to stop doing that. I apologize if I say we again. Obviously, I've been in NiP for such a long time. I still refer to as we, but clearly, NiP, they have a posse.
I think the crowd will forgive you. Man advantage to Virtus Pro here as they look to convert that pistol round into 3. It's xizt and that scout that are doing some of the damage, but Maikelele will join the fun with the CZ and collect a weapon for his trouble as well. And Forrest comes around the back looking for pasza, and pasza is having none of it. Bomb planted, 2-on-4 after plan as we see VP go through the motions of converting that pistol round into 3.
Yeah, and coming into the first weapon round here, after like VP's it's going to be 3-0. What I want to point out here, this map, if NiP wants to do well on it, Maikelele actually had to do a decent job in middle. He doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to get 30 bombs and whatever. But he knows that VP, when they do take over middle, he needs to be able to at least to get 1 or 2 frags or be able to back up. So you don't let him. So when you get to that entry, you back off and you let him become a little bit stressed about it. So you don't actually just stay there. You get picked apart as well, and all of a sudden it's a 4-on-4, and that just benefits Virtus.pro.
First buy round of the game for the CT side, and Virtus.pro will have their first challenge here.
And this is what I like to see. Maikelele with the off, he has the opposite goal to be this round. And this is what I like to see from NiP, that Maikelele actually, he tells xizt, okay, I want to go B now. Or I want to take a pick in mid, or I want to go A. And that's what he's doing right now. And if he keeps on doing this, it's going to actually be, it's going to work out for them, I guarantee it.
Hey, look at this VP side, Virtus plow for many. They steamroll over you and do it very quickly. They don't win slowly. But this round, feeling them out.
Yep.
Haven't even poked a head in mid just yet.
Nope. They're just holding positions. They were probably expecting NiP to, try to set the pace of this match and perhaps go aggressive.
Now VP setting up for a 2-3 split, favoring that B bomb site. It will be friberg to wait for them. Get right, gets himself a frag on a byali on the other side. friberg now opens up the shooting as Forest helps him out with the fragging. Taz is down on the other side. pasha getting the first frag on the board for Virtus.pro, joined by Neo, and we're at 2-on-3 in favor of the CT side. Forest going to have to come in here and help reclaim that site where he is being held off. Neo will put that bomb down elsewhere. Get right gets himself the headshot onto pasha, and Neo is going to go 1 versus 3. Get right already showing himself coming in. There's an opportunity to bring it down to 1 versus 2 if he could have got rid of Get Right quickly, but no, he didn't. And NiP get themselves their first round.
Yep, great first round by NiP. friberg. This is the thing about the B bomb site. You don't need to necessarily get many kills when the opponents are rushing the B bomb site. You just need to hold them off long enough so your team can come and back up you. And that's what happened. Like he only got 1, but he managed to stay alive for so long. So all of NiP was basically there trying to help him out, and Get Right even flanking.
Why did Virtus.pro pick Cash? Was it their strength or NiP's weakness?
I think a little bit of both. I think that they know that they're an extremely strong cash team, and I think they know that NiP perhaps isn't really up to par on it. So it was a strategical decision made by VP, and I actually think it's their best choice to make.
The $1 million and semi-pointless question, what's the round count VP will be targeting on their T side?
The caliber of VP on Cash, they're actually very solid on this map. My guess is that they're going to be disappointed if they don't get 6 or more.
Maikelele rattling off orb shots and retreating. It'll be xizt who sees action next. In towards the A site moves the bomb. The 5th player of Virtus.pro will make his way out and towards mid. It was Neo that I was referring to, who's been down by Forest. pasha Zorp connects onto Maikelele, and now it will be Get Right challenged and down by byali. Next up, though, will be xizt to, in the end, hold that site with 2 kills of his own. But the last man standing was Snax, and he gets VP their 4th round.
Yep, great round by Snax. Again, I like this approach by VP. They didn't really rush the site. They were just peeking every corner. pasha got their frag onto Maikelele. He was actually holding that A area from CT spawn, and pasha just took it slow and steady, managed to get Maikelele. And I think if pasha actually would end up dying there, NiP would probably won the round fairly convincingly.
Against
oh, nice shot.
pasha, insta shot onto Forest. Against Penta, we saw Virtus.pro really prioritize mid. They took control of mid, and then they decided, where are we going to go from here? This time around, albeit we've only seen 2 buy rounds and a pistol, they've not had that priority. They've mixed it up. Yeah,
they have a different approach to this game, because I think that you can't really compare Penta to NiP, and obviously versus every team that you face, you have a different game plan. Virtus.pro game plan here is, okay, well, let's leave mid for now, and we can try and use that later.
xizt jumping out, it'll be Taz to get the first frag. xizt trying to hold all on his lonesome over on A. GetRight has come to join him after his death, and he and friberg will have to go up against the remaining 4 T players, and friberg will focus on exit fragging himself. You reckon VP held anything back against Penta that they may have felt they needed against a next opponent?
I don't think so. I mean, this is a major tournament. You don't want to leave anything behind and leave it up to the odds. So you're just going to play your A game for every single match that you play. And again, you never want to underestimate your opponent.
friberg is going to peek his head out, see if he can do any damage, but byali's waiting for him. And that will be 5-1 VP and a resounding start here.
Yeah, and look how confident they're looking as well. Extremely focused. They're not cheering. You know, normally you see Taz when, you know, they're ahead. Taz will be screaming. It will be taunting the opponent a little bit. You don't see any of that right now because they know they're under pressure. They need to win this map to take it to a third one. And right now they just want to play their A game.
It's a very different second map to a very different setup than we saw in the first map. VP know that the pressure is mounted on them. They could have relieved it all with that first map, but now they have to deliver on the map they chose, and it'll be Inferno to decide if we need it.
Yeah, VP again taking it extremely slow. They don't want to give NiP any kind of edge. I like this one. Looks like actually VP is going to take the approach of going A again. And this is what I like from VP. They worked around before. I feel like you want to try running the same round, kinda, until it doesn't work again. Just abuse the fact, okay, we won the previous round. Even though it was close, we still won the round. Let's see if we can do the same round again, and let's see if it works out. Maybe NiP doesn't have an answer to it.
And what they had that time was a man going mid that didn't do anything. He got killed straight away. This time it's all 5 men pushing in. And xizt has the first frag, changed his position this time to down byali. And in the end was sighted by Snax. Maikelele firing into the smoke. Will not connect and have to retreat. The Molotov separating 2 players here as GetRight jumps in with that CT. Downs Neo before Taz comes in and picks him off. pasza with that AWP has Forest and Virtus.pro and need Maikelele and friberg to complete the set. Bomb planted and Taz connects onto friberg. It is just Maikelele and he won't get out of there alive.
Yeah, look, when you were watching Maikelele there, when the VP actually smoked off the whole site, Maikelele was so close to get like 2 frags on VP through the smoke. It was just, we were talking about inches here.
Yeah, he was, I mean, those are the ones where if your luck is in, you're hitting them.
Yep.
If not, well, not bad luck, it's just not shooting blind.
Yeah, and right now I think the VPs, they have 6 rounds already, and it's only been 7 rounds. They're extremely happy right now.
So Taz won't show it.
He's going to start showing it if they actually end up winning this second map.
Nice play from pasza there to get himself that kill onto Forest. And they're going up against a NiP Eco. How did NiP approach creating strategies for maps when you were in the team? As Overpass and Cobble came in, how did you approach them and say, right, 2 new maps in the pool, this is how we're going to break down this problem?
Well, first what we did first, it's not that we just went on a server first and just created tactics. We tried to play the map as much as possible before we started doing tactics, just so we get a good feel on how the map works, what can we actually do, like what's the best way to approach the T side on this map. So that's the same on all of the maps. So when there's a new map in the map pool, we try and play it a few times first. We can see what side we're going to use, what kind of tactics we're going to use on the specific spots in the area. And same with Catch, for example. When Catch first came out, we just tried to play it as much as possible, watch some demos on how the American team is playing on it, and just try and get our own style.
Virtus.pro see out that Eco round, losing 3 in the end, but 7-1 they will be smiling as they approach the first quarter mark.
Yeah, and I'm just going to wait and see here what Maikelele buys. I'm hoping he's going to buy an AWP and actually go, well, GetRight buys the AWP, sends it over to Maikelele. I kind of want Maikelele to go A now and get an entry on the Virtus.pro guys running towards A. Just so they get some pressure onto VP, because right now they haven't really done so. They're just trying to play their respective sides and hope that it works out. But so far, it's not really working out to their expectation.
Snax beats Get Right in mid and takes the frag. Big hit there. That was the Get Right lurk as he went somewhere he hadn't before, and to shut that down is a big chunk of the battle. Neo onto Forest is the next big chunk, and VP going through the motions here of a, well, quite sensational Cash T side.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well right now, and NiP, by the looks of it, they're flustered. They don't have an answer to VP's play right now. They're just getting picked one by one, and they're not working together. Get Right tried to go aggressive mid that round. I think Forrest was there trying to help him out again. VP, sneaky enough, like we were talking about before, they haven't really abused mid that much. That round, since they haven't done that previously, he just walked out of the smoke onto mid, caught Get Right off guard, got that frag. Here we see. That's what I'm saying. Snax. Of course it's Snax as well. He loves to go through every kind of smoke and just try to time your opponent. And that's exactly what happened on Get Right.
So when I asked you how many would VP be happy with, you said 6. From now on, they're probably looking at a double-digit number.
Yeah, and everything is a bonus from here on out for VP because they know they have a really strong CT side.
Oh, point-blank range, it will be Maikelele charging down pasha to claim that, but will not get the reward as he is down. xizt, though, with a headshot onto byali, and it'll be 1-on-3 for xizt to have to deal with. And a bomb to go to boot as well. He'll take that AK and claim it as his own.
Yeah, it's byali and pasha that's doing the work again for VP this map, like we were doing the last map as well. On the NiP side, friberg has been fairly invisible. Again, he's playing the B bomb side. He's not going to get that much action unless they actually end up going there. But when you have big impact players like friberg, I want to see some aggressive play coming in from NiP. Catch VP off guard. They haven't done so yet. They're just holding their positions. Go aggressive B, go aggressive A, push middle, boost one guy middle. We have so many options on the CT side, and so far they haven't really abused any of that.
Who's the person that'll make that decision for them?
xizt.
Will it be Peter influencing, or just xizt say, right, we're going this time?
I mean, Peter probably tells xizt that, okay, we need to change this the game up a little bit, and xizt will be the guy that decides, okay, well, we're going to do this.
And there was the command, whatever it was he sent to his soldiers.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about before the previous round. I would love to see Maikelele actually go towards A and try and get an entry. Instead, we have Forrest here with a great entry onto Taz.
And there's friberg to follow it up with his frag of his own. NiP have 2 this round. Get Right, when that smoke clears, will have a shot onto pasha, and he will take it. NiP, 3 unanswered frags now before byali's headshot dispatches of friberg. And there's a tall order for this VP side to come back from this round, but they're making work of it as they get the next one onto xizt. Maikelele spies Snax and isn't going to miss those as he just wanders on to the end of his crosshair. And now it is just byali 1 versus 3, and Forrest, this other part of the 2-op combo, will say thank you very much and talk us through the effectiveness of those 2 ops.
Yeah, that was a different approach from NiP. They actually decided to buy 2 ops instead. One on Forrest, one on Maikelele. They were just spread out. You know, one went A, one went B, depending on. So if they went B, Forrest was there waiting for him. If they went A, Maikelele was there waiting for him.
Nice play, NiP, and it makes little impact on that scoreboard, though. The deficit is 7. We have just 4 rounds left in this first half.
And obviously, VP is going back to what they know worked previously, which is smoking off A and going towards the A side.
Maikelele waiting, being pushed back from that smoke. Will toss a nade in there for good measure and try to prevent this incoming push. xizd's headshot does more of the damage, though, as Taz will avenge, and we're down to a 4-on-4 with all 4 VP players now on top of that A site. Maikelele goes wandering through the smoke, and the flash is dropped in the end, but friberg on the other side has a frag onto Taz. Get Right now will try to take down Neo, who's just put down that bomb. And then the 3 NiP players, one coming from mid, the other from spawn, and long A will now sandwich in on the VP players who are nowhere to be seen. And pasha comes around the back, can't catch Get Right off guard, and it's all on Snax now. 1 on 2, there's the first, it's Get Right, and Get Right is having none of it. And Ninjas in Pajamas have 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, Great retake by NiP. You didn't see, they weren't rushing the site. They were actually taking their sweet time there, just making sure that, okay, we've barely seen any VP members. Where can they be? And then it was actually great by GetRight as well. He actually stayed and waited for Pasha. I don't know how he knew that Pasha was going there, but he just waited, and all of a sudden you got the frag on Pasha, and then there was one guy left that was completely stuck back on site.
Is that a great NiP retake, or was it a poor Virtus Pro afterplant?
I'd say it wasn't really that much VP could do there in that situation unless they were hitting their shots. So I must give credit to NiP there for a great retake.
That flash landing right on the end of Maikelele, sorry, Forest right in time. Snax jumps down, gets himself the headshot onto GetRight. Forest ensures that Snax can go no further. We are set with 2-2 split still from VP. They've got 2 going to beat. Forest chimes in with a big one onto Pasha. Neo downed as well, but Taz with a headshot onto Forest will stop that Warper's delight in mid.
It's not like an ice cream.
Warper's delight. Only at Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, but great hold so far from NiP. Forced with 2 great kills in the mid. We see here VP is actually leading towards the B bomb side, which is a good decision because I think they know that friberg likes to play this side alone. He does a fabulous job, but if they get friberg, then it's a 2-on-2 and it's an after-plan situation.
friberg spies the first VP man and sounds the alarm. Reinforcements come his way. friberg does hit the first frag, and xizt comes in with the second. And NiP has now 3 in a row, but that big VP number of 9, even if they don't add to it, is a hell of a number for them to work with going onto their CT side. Oh
yeah, for sure. I feel like NiP, they really need to get these last 2 rounds. And there you see actually Navi, they're waiting to play their game, and it's going to be versus LDLC. It's the second or the last semi-final. We're going to the grand final. We have another great game ahead of us.
And we have Navi's opponent sat right behind us with eager eyes on what potentially might be one of their opponents.
And VP actually opting to, I think our little observer was a little bit too excited there. If he hasn't got the attention he deserves yet, it's actually FaZe that's doing our observing, and he's done a great job so far this tournament.
Yeah, he has. Spectacular work by FaZe, thank you very much. And this 5-man CZ push from VP going in towards that A site has borne itself 2 frags. Virtus Pro are looking good here to at least get the plant, but 2-on-4 to be after planted, as Forest is not going to be allowed to go anywhere, courtesy of byali, and friberg with only 2 points of health to go 1 versus 3. He's a very special individual, but this would be quite something if he pulls it off.
Yeah, and I actually think that NiP thought that, I'm just gonna wait for this round. Yeah, there we go. I actually think that NiP thought that VP would buy again, because I know for a fact that if they actually knew that VP was saving, they wouldn't be standing the way they were on the A bomb site. They got flustered. They got completely shut down. VP with the smokes. VP's famous for this eco round that they had. They bought smokes, they bought the CZs, and they basically just smoke off the CT spawn and the site, and you just rushed it. And that paid off. I don't think NiP was expecting that.
Virtus Pro, 10-4 to the good. Snax with a window of opportunity there. Won't get past him, but Taz does help out with the frag onto Maikelele, and VP now have somewhat control of mid as Snax makes his way into the vent. Siddles. A mixed buy from NiP with a Mag 7 onto GetRight. And if Forest can just roam the map like that and pick himself up frags onto Snax, then the mixed buy will matter not. byali wondering where are the CT players as he goes to put down that bomb, but as the flash comes in, he realizes it might not be safe. And he wanders straight out into the middle after that flash and is just taken down by Forest, who will be wondering why he went there. As that Molotov comes out, Forest goes to charge down Neo, but waiting for him on the other side is GetRight and his M4. It goes into halftime at 10-4.
Yeah, and great round by NiP. One thing to note, xizt was actually holding the op. That I don't understand. This just feels to me that NiP ran out of ideas, or instead of going it to, they already have 2 strong operas. You don't need to give it to, I'd say, I feel the same way when, you know, they give GetRight the op. go NiP, chat spam, 1, 2, 3, Kappa. I'm not gonna say that though, that's just weird. That's weird. Yeah, but anyway, you know, I just feel like NiP was running out of ideas there when you actually, you know, you brought in Maikelele for his op skills. Give Maikelele the op. This round it paid off. He actually, xizt got one. But you know, if you give it to a strong opper, chances are that that round wouldn't actually have been that close that it was. It turned into a one-on-one situation, which GetRight managed to win.
A very different mood after that first half, though. Virtus.pro very much in the ascendancy. Now will be charged with just finishing off the job.
Yeah, and this is looking extremely grim for NiP, actually. Let's just say they're not known for having a very strong T-side on cash, and they need 11 rounds to actually win versus Virtus.pro here. 10 if they want to take it into a second overtime of this game. Again, first things first, they need to win the pistol.
On the back of your screen there, you can see Navi and LDLC starting to set up for their semi-final. That'll be coming up right after this.
Yeah, and you will see NiP from before. If you just look at how they're looking now compared to, let's say, a Nuke, you see they're very quiet. It's very silent over in NiP. Whereas for Virtus.pro, before, you see it's completely opposite now. Virtus.pro are the ones talking, they're the ones that has a game plan. Whereas for NiP, they're extremely silent. Peter's probably trying to chime in here with, you know, come on guys, take the pistol, you know you guys can do it.
Crowd stretching their legs, but we're about to get this second half of map 2 underway. Virtus.pro need 6 to take us to Inferno.
Yeah.
It'll be Pasha pushing out. It's a big hit and retreats out, says, okay, I've seen you. Don't want to stick around here too much longer. The folks will go out into that A site where Taz is lying in wait. Pasha has been finished off. Now Taz won't even get a bite at that cherry before it's taken away from him. CP have just 2 men left standing up against the 5, now 4, of the Ninjas in Pajamas, who Neo will come across to join Snax as the 2 of them come up and in towards that A site. They have 3 to find. Have full health to do so, but it's a man flanking them on the right that they'll be worried about. Snax has himself the frag on the forest, and through the smoke goes Neo. He's going to go straight for this defuse. Awesome play from Neo. Can xizt stop him? No! Neo picks up the round with a phenomenal defuse. That one was straight out of the playbook.
It was great retake. NiP though.
4 on 2.
I think we have a new TV series that's coming, Game of Thrones. Have you heard of it? What happened? They had that. They were playing so well as well. They weren't giving VP any chance when NiP had 3 remaining members of actually going into the site. Then they just kept getting picked apart. They were 5 on 3. They were one rush hit this spawn just to try and gain some map control. He died. Then everyone should just back up. Play the bomb.
If there was an open wound after that first half, it had salt rubbed in it. Taz and his FAMAS collect 2 frags. xizt is still alive and ready to go for it. Maikelele's picked up a FAMAS as well. This is a 2 on 4 off the plant. Make that one. Maikelele the only man standing. Let's see how much they know about him. Taz checks it, finds him, and even if he goes down, the alarm very much sound. Only 3 points of health left. And Snax having some fun.
Yes, indeed. And they didn't really buy anything that round for NiP. But they still got the bomb down, which is great for them. They're going to have some more money in their bank. I think that was actually the second knife this map. Both coming from VP.
Yes, it is.
And I think they're both on Maikelele as well.
Poor guy. What a way to go into your first major.
Showing them who's boss. But yeah, first weapon around here for NiP. Maikelele with that op.
They're going to have to do something special.
Yeah, and let's see if he can do some damage.
VP against Penta yesterday were critical of their own CT side. Penta were able to take, I think, 7 rounds total in the game. Most of them coming on that T side. They definitely will want to flush out any of the ghosts in the system. Maikelele in that AWP with two small opportunities, one of which was onto pasha, who's down to 23 points of health as a result. pasha only sporting the scout. And without getting the kill, Maikelele has at least scared off the CT side from mid.
And here we see an A round coming in from NiP.
Here goes byali. xizt is going to get himself a first frag onto him. Taz joins the fun, though, with two of his own. xizt has two as well, though, and these two old veterans trade frag for frag. pasha dropped, bomb planted, and only Neo and Snax to be able to do anything about it. But I believe we've seen this picture before.
Indeed we have. Let's see if they do a better job at this round.
Oh, Maikelele shutting down Snax, and there's only Neo left to go, who will possibly retreat, but no is at worst just keeping those NiP players in there. At best is going to go for this all in, and xizt will complete his hat trick, I think, and that will be Ninjas in Pyjamas getting their 6th round.
Yeah, and the reason why he was sticking around is because they want to keep. He knew that they had lost that round. He just wanted to stick around to force NiP to stay as well. So in case he's alive long enough, NiP will lose all of their members, and that's keeping their money onto a low. So they're not running away with their economy. And now you see VP chose to actually save. So unless something incredible happens, NiP should actually start getting some money in their bank.
NiP on their T side have barely scratched the B bomb site thus far, having some success, at least getting bomb plants down on A with consistency.
Yeah, indeed they have, and I think that they realize that VP, they're extremely strong on B, and it's an extremely hard site to actually take. And also the after planet is also extremely difficult depending on how many VP and how many NiP members you have left standing. So A is actually the one you want to use.
pasha gets the headshot onto Forrest, and xizt a little slow to react, but in the end sees out the danger. Follows that up with another onto Taz, and this VP eco beginning to melt away. But Neo reminds us that there's still a lot in his aging locker. 3-on-3, Neo the only one on the VP side with a weapon, which NiP will be quick to take away from him if they can. Get right, takes a lot of damage, but in the end gets the kill. It's down to 15 points of health. Neo and that AK are going to be called into action. Hit onto friberg, but Maikelele takes out that AK, and it's 1-on-2. Snax now has the gun. He's only got 10 bullets. He won't get to fire them in anger either. NiP closes down to 5 rounds.
Yep, and at least didn't lose the anti-eco, right? But they was actually extremely close. And NiP should just group together and work aside, especially when they realize, okay, Virtus Pro, they're on save. We can't just spread out like this. At least they won the round, but they actually lost 3 men doing so. So again, if you just look at the money, NiP is still very low on money. So if they lose this round, sure they can buy next round, but the round after that, they're going to have to save. They're going to have to save unless they get the bomb down and get a bunch of kills onto the VP members.
Forrest and Maikelele running with AWPs on the T side this time.
Yeah, and I actually like this from NiP. Again, they're spreading out. Maikelele actually he's over at the B bomb side trying to get a pick on Neo, and Forrest is working the mid area.
Neo is about to be brought into action. Well, you would have put your house on him hitting that one.
Yeah, that should have been a kill.
Maikelele looks to return the favor, just rattling off shots in Neo's general vicinity. And here's Forrest to see if there's anything for him coming through mid. Smoke allows him to make the crossover. And he edges his way up towards the A site. Waiting for him on the other side was Taz, who had only a split second to take a shot before Neo shut him down. It's byali who comes in and picks off Forrest, pardon me, and pasha says, remember me, I'm capable of 2. And he goes for it before friberg says, so am I. Snax, 1 versus 2. NiP, for a team who we were beginning to write off after their CT side, are in a position to bring us back to a 4-round game if they can take down Snax.
Yeah, and this looked like an NiP round.
If you're Snax, do you save or do you go for it? Or do you try and keep that one player in there? Gets the first frag, it's a headshot onto friberg. He's now just going to have to go for it. Incoming will be Get Right. And it's Snax to go for the defuse. Will Get Right come around that corner just in the nick of time? He does.
Yeah, great play by Get Right. He didn't really stress out the fact that, okay, he might be defusing, I'm still gonna have time. And Snax, I think when Get Right realized, okay, he's not gonna even have time to reload his weapon, so I'm just gonna go for this. He has a pistol. One thing to note, when NiP is running double ops like this, the longer the round goes, the less time there is, and they haven't really been able to get an entry or two, the harder it is to actually win that round with 2 ops. But they managed to do so, and right now it's only 4 rounds of difference, and VP is on a save.
Reports of NiP's demise on Cash appear to have been greatly exaggerated. Virtus Pro with questions to answer here. Their CT side has been porous at A. There's a sieve that the Ninjas are going through. What should they be doing differently on their A defense?
Well, right now, they're just not hitting their shots. It seems like they're shutting off, and you're not really seeing the VP that we're used to seeing, that they like to go aggressive, they like to try and get that entry. You haven't really seen that so far coming in from VP. Again, it's still early in the half, but that's something that I would like to see from VP the next buy round.
Maikelele picks off Pasha. Though they've lost Get Right, they do still have that man advantage. Forest will be dropped by byali. Virtus Pro still stay alive, and byali with another headshot does down Maikelele. Neo's been able to go over the other side, and Neo and byali are taking matters into their own hands here. They finish off the job, and Neo with a rapturous round of applause for his teammate. Sorry, Taz with a rapturous round of applause for his teammate says, we had no right to win that one, boys, but we got ourselves out of there with just pure skill.
Yeah, exactly. byali, great job by him. They noticed that NiP is running out of time, and they actually lost 1 member in mid, I believe it was. So they actually got flustered. They started rushing the A-bomb side instead, and VP, they were there waiting for him.
And the tables have turned. How quickly NiP are forced onto a save.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Virtus Pro. Sure, they were losing rounds, but to get, since there were so many close rounds, NiP could never really, they were never really able to actually save up some money. And that's why they're in this situation now where they actually have to save. And they will actually use this on route as well. And Virtus Pro dropped to 14.
Excellent play by the Poles of VP, who are now just 2 rounds away from tying this game up at 1 map apiece. 364,000 of you watching. We welcome you all with open arms.
Indeed, and this is map number 2. NiP took the first one on Nuke, double overtime. Exciting first map.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, you have missed half the show. And, well, we promise that it only gets better from here. Maikelele down for NiP. Pasha, the man who claimed it.
And again, NiP with the A round.
Let's see whether VP can block up that A site. Pasha not really able to see anything with his AWP so deep in the site. byali, though, helps him out with the frag onto xizt. And Taz will be following suit with the frag onto Forest. Get Right did get 1, but in the end, he'll be the last man to go down for Ninjas in Pajamas, who are now 7 map points away.
Yep, and again, but not gonna take anything away from NiP. This is exactly what we had on Nuke, even though they were on the easier side. Now they actually have an incredible task ahead of them if they actually were to come back. NiP with pistols, with a bunch of smokes and nades. Can they do it?
You're gonna have to say that Virtus Pro have approached their second map very calmly. They knew that they could. They knew that they could see this one out. And then they have a massive cushion with which to do it. Neo, first frag, friberg down. Maikelele, though, has begun to look quite at home in that NiP jersey. and now has himself M4 to play with. First B push as well for NiP. Has it borne fruit? That AWP from pasza again, deep in the site like it was last time around, and he's isolated again. Forest has 2 with his CZ, and will push in towards that site. Maikelele with that M4 has got Taz, and now it's byali 1-on-4 to have to save the round and win the map for Virtus Pro. Has done the first one, and Maikelele has just 12 points of health, but Forest has an AWP trained on his entry. xizt coming around with the CZ headshot, and Ninjas in Pajamas pick up their 9th round. Still 6 map points for Virtus Pro, though.
Yeah, and Neo actually costed them that round for VP. He decided to push B all alone. He got the first one, but once he died, VP actually had no other members over at the B bomb site. So he actually gave NiP one weapon that they actually used to win the round. So basically, VP, they gave him that round. Here you go. Here's a weapon. Use it to kill us.
And knowing Taz, he will be unforgiving about a lapse like that. Would it be fair to call Taz a perfectionist?
I would say so. He's old, he's grumpy, he wants to see everything perfect.
You could use that logic about Scoots as well.
Oh yeah.
Still a full complement of men thus far as we are increasing the intensity with each round here as VP look to take us over into a third map. Neo starts it off with a AWP onto Maikelele. Now he hunts out that next frag, looking to right the wrongs of his last round.
Yeah, we're gonna see a B split here coming in from NiP.
Taz waiting for xizt on the other side of the smoke. He gets it. And now looking to clear out mid as he goes. He knows there's another man there. He can hear him, but he can't quite see him. It's Get-Right on the other side. Drops Taz, but byali has avenged. And now it is 2-on-4. NiP moving that bomb around and taking control of the mid. Get the first frag onto byali to take us to 2-on-3 and decide that they will go up to pasza territory, who can take solace that he knows they're incoming. He gets the frag onto friberg. Forest is the last man up. 1 versus 3. Virtus Pro win the second map. We're all tied up.